Big Daddy backyard hot tub sitting in the bubbly on Thanksgiving Day morning. And it is cold out here, folks. As you can see, Big Daddy's got his earmuffs on. Woo, it's a little chilly, but the hot tub is feeling good. Well, Big Daddy has a little story from Thanksgiving Eve, an unsuspecting story. I'm sure you'll like this one. So, last night, Big Daddy is enjoying a cup of coffee, watching TV, relaxing. Oh, probably around 1 o'clock in the morning. Of course, we have the next day off, so Big Daddy's staying up, chilling. All of a sudden, Big Daddy's phone rings. Who's on the other end but his youngest son, who is out partying with his older brother and their friends. No problem, right? Wrong. Dad, can you come and pick me up? They don't know how to act. Okay, I'll be there. Big Daddy drives down, pulls in the parking lot, talks to his youngest son, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. We're not getting kicked out. No. You could go home, but thanks for coming." Big Daddy thinks to himself, okay, that was just a wasted trip. As I'm proceeding to go home and get halfway there, ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling, my phone rings again. Who is it but my youngest son? "Dad, where are you?" "Well, I'm halfway home." "Could you come back? One of our friends wants to fight everybody." Okay. Being the Big Daddy, good daddy that I am, I turn around and I go back. And I'm supposed to take one of his friends home with his girlfriend. Oh, nope, not girlfriend. Sorry. Wife. They're coming out to the car. Yes, a little tipsy. They were imbibing a little. And now, 10 feet behind them, is another one of their friends who is sloshed. He's staggering all over the parking lot. They come in, they get in the car. The number 2 friend, who's sloshed, comes over to my side, holding onto the car to keep him up. I call my son. I say, "Am I supposed to take number 2 home too?" He goes, "Yeah, he's pretty well toasted." Okay. I get him in the back seat. We're on our way. Now, do you know what it's like to drive 2 very drunk people around when you're sober? No. It's not great. But really, there isn't much to listen to. So, I'm driving. I get to number 1's house. I drop friend and wife off. No problem. Bing, bang, boom. Now, Big Daddy has to drive 10 more minutes across a river to friend number 2 house. So, as we're driving, Big Daddy realizes that he doesn't remember which house he lives in. And here it is, 1:30 in the morning. Call my youngest son. Do you know which house? Oh, well, call me when you get there. Okay, no problem. I'm driving. Number 2 friend sitting on the floor in the back seat of the car, completely passed out. Oh, funny. So, I know what road he lives on. I turn on the road. I drive 50 yards down the road, and this is what I hear. Pull over, I have to puke. Pull over. Okay, so Big Daddy turns quick left, stops. Friend number 2 gets out and continues to puke. Now, he walks across the street, which is only a single street and there's no traffic on. Is on the sidewalk, standing there, leaning like this. He's leaning, looking at his phone. Big Daddy pulls the car up, parallel parks, gets out to help him. I say, do you know where your house is? He said, yeah. I said, okay. Big Daddy puts his arm around him as we are strolling down the sidewalk. Maybe a half a block, because that's how far away we were. Son number 2 calls me, my youngest one, and says, yeah, his house is by a big tree. Okay, thank you. Hangs up. I walk by a big tree. I look at the house. I say to friend number 2, number 1, number 2, is that your house? No. Okay, now I'm thinking to myself, okay, we're going to wake somebody up. Now it's 1:45. So he goes, that's it right there, as he's leaning on Big Daddy and we're both swaying. Now, there's 10 steps to get up to his front door. We get up, I push him up, he's standing there. Now he pulls his keys out. Notice I said keys. He goes, do you have a light? I put my light on. There's not keys. There's one key, and it looks like it's to a safe. It's this small. I'm thinking to myself, where are you going with that? All of a sudden, he starts ringing the doorbell. I'm going, oh no, Big Daddy is going to get terminated here. This is not good. All of a sudden, a dog starts barking. 2 minutes later, the door opens, and then the outside door opens. Big Daddy sees 20 steps going straight up to an apartment that friend number 2 lives in. So what does Big Daddy do? He helps friend number 2 up the stairs to make sure he gets in his apartment safely. That's what Big Daddy does. So, if you're like Big Daddy, just do what you have to do, and that should be good. And everybody made it home safely. It was just like Big Daddy's Uber service. Now, let me say this. These kids are great kids, and they had a good time last night. Maybe a little bit too much to drink, but it happens. And they live to fight another day and to have another good time. And let me say to all my fans out there, you have a very happy Thanksgiving, because you the people have made Big Daddy's site a success. Thank you, and I'll see you again.